If they do a rematch in MMA, which I think is going to be hard for they have the money to pay Nate Diaz PFL. Let's see. I hope they do the MMA match, but I think Jake Paul would beat Nate Diaz in MMA match for sure. What's up, money? Moicano here, and today I'm going to talk about Jake Paul and Nate Diaz. What are my thoughts on this fight? Stay tuned. Brother, I have to tell something. The fight played out the way that I thought. Because what happened? On the first round, Jake Paul tried to knock Nate Diaz out. On the first round, first minute, throwing big punches, but Nate Diaz is a dog. Nate Diaz can handle the pressure, and he did on the first round. But I want to tell you something, my brother. He felt the punches, brother. Jake Paul, he can box. The fight was not the best fight, like skill-wise. You know, I feel like they were clinching a lot the way I tell you guys, and I feel like on MMA, Diaz was more effective with his punches because he was really, man, Nate Diaz was slapping him with the back of the hand all the time, like clinching, trying some dirty boxing, but he was not being really effective. And in one point on the fight, Jake Paul landed a beautiful half left hook to the top of the head and dropped Diaz. And this moment, I thought most likely Nate would quit, you know, would not quit because he's not a quitter, but would like fell because Jake Paul put a lot of pressure on him, a lot of big punches, but he was hanging there, brother. But it was a domination. To be honest with you, Diaz didn't show up too much. And like I said, as a boxer, was a very bad fight to watch, you know? Diaz as a boxer, because he was like no jab, no preparation, no feints. He was just walking forward. Just walking forward. And he was not throwing big punches, so he was not really trying to... The same way that he fights in MMA. Do you guys remember when Diaz fought Cerrone? He did the same thing, you know, but this is not MMA, brother. The clinch is different. You break, you don't have to worry about takedowns and single legs and double legs and stuff. So Jake was comfortable on the clinch. He was just avoiding the punches. And I don't know, brother. I think Diaz got exposed a little bit. And I think even in an MMA match, Jake Paul would win Diaz, brother. That's what I think, brother. I think Diaz is old right now. He's too much undimensional with his boxing, with his punches. And on the ground, I feel Jake Paul is way heavier than him, like probably way stronger than him. And he could definitely... I was watching the post-press conference, and Diaz was saying, this motherfucker is easy to choke and easy to take him down. One was the last fight that you saw Diaz trying to take somebody down. Me personally, I never saw Diaz shooting for takedowns. Never. He's just a boxer that has a good jiu-jitsu on the bottom. But guess what? Today it's very hard to pull a submission off a guard like that, unless you Diego Lopes. Did you guys see the fight, the Brazilian Paddy Pimblett? That was beautiful. I'm going to do a video about that. That was effective jiu-jitsu, my brother. But we talk about boxing and we talk about MMA. The reality is Nate Diaz went there for a paycheck. He made a lot of money. I think he's starting his own brand. I don't know if it's clothes, real fighting, something like that, clothes and MMA and boxing and a promotion, right? A promotion of fights. So he went there to promote his company. He went there to make money, but was an ugly ass fight, in my opinion. I saw some clips of Joe Rogan saying that was a great fight. For me, it was a bad fight, you know, especially if you used to see like high level boxing. You don't want to watch a fight like that. But Jake Paul did what he was supposed to do. He beat Diaz, and now what is next? I don't know, brother. I have no clue who he's fighting next. And if they do a rematch in MMA, which I think is going to be hard for they have the money to pay Nate Diaz PFL. Let's see. I hope they do the MMA match, but I think Jake Paul would beat Nate Diaz in an MMA match. For sure. Because if you see on the first round, the way he was throwing the punches with small gloves, most likely he would drop Diaz on the first round, you know? And Diaz, of course, he has a good ground game, a guard. He could survive. But that's a tough fight for Diaz, and I want to see the odds, brother, because if Jake Paul is underdog on an MMA fight against Diaz, you should put your house. I'm not a financial advisor. I am just here to give my 2 cents to what I think about the fight, my thoughts on the fight. And for me, was a not very entertaining fight. I was not surprised. I was not surprised, Diaz was not throwing jabs. Diaz, even though I think his reach was better, he was walking forward. So no head movement, no feints, no footwork, you know, just pressure. And Jake Paul did a good training camp. You could see like he was not that gas out. He got a little bit tired, but not that much. So he did a great training camp. And that's the video for today, motherfucker. Thank you so much. Like button, comment for the algoritmo. Peace out.